I'm gonna tell you something that I'm not liking too very much, Mr. Ganja Guru. Me being the horror fan that I am, I'm not liking what's going on with Child's Play and the first look at that new Chucky. I'm telling you, that shit looks fake.
Why are they trying to make him look like Howdy Doody?
Yeah, they're making him look like pretty. Like I don't even know. So this is a new Chucky now. The thing is, Brad Dourif, the guy who does Chucky's voice, throughout this entire franchise, is not going to be doing a voice for this person now either. This version of Chucky. So on top of the new look, you're going to have a new voice. You're probably going to have new characteristics. Everything new. But is it really new? Is it going to be just some other weird, scary puppet shit? Like, what was cool about Chucky was he was fun. He seemed humanized.
He was basically the puppet version of Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, pretty much. And I think that right now, what they're probably going to do is try to make him creepier, try to make more authentic. Of like, oh my god, this is a real doll. They're gonna do weird shit like that, and I'm like, it's not a good idea because we know this character. It's not like Brad Dourif has to do any stunt work or something. Like, why don't you have him? Why do we gotta change the look of the fucking doll? You guys just did that in the last movie. I hate this look, man. But what about you, dude?
Yeah, it's one of those things that I feel like it's trying to capture on the new horror movies, that they're trying to make the thinking that is evil more innocent looking. That way it's more for the jump scares and when it actually reveals that it's evil. But that only really works for stuff that we don't know yet, that are properties that are either original IPs or based off something that we might have an idea there's a twist coming, or it might be based off of a previous product, but it's not so directly related. This is kind of like if they changed Halloween and changed all of Michael Myers' characteristics and still try to make it a Halloween movie. That would make you feel discharged because that's not the character, and it will kind of make you pull out because you want to see the character from the old days. And that's kind of what I don't get with this reboot, because if they're trying to change a lot of things with Chucky, it's going to eventually turn into its own thing just with the Chucky name, and it's going to turn to what one of the things that Alan complains about Teen Titans Go. It's mostly just to drag people in there that like the original stuff, but it actually doesn't do anything for those people that like the original. It's still just going to be a copy and paste horror movie. And I'm going to go see it because Chucky was one of my favorites. That was one of the cute characters I was scared of. Until Chucky had his kid and fucking got married. It Jennifer Titty on the show?
Jennifer Titty?
Jennifer Titty, yeah. That's when that shit kind of went south with the whole like.
That's not her name, brother. Jennifer Titty.
Hey man, I know it's Tilly or some shit, but I remember her for her acting career and those double D's that are so well presented in every film she's in, especially the poker tournament. She has some great cleavage shots for that. Good. But besides that's kind of when that just turned into more of an exploitation comedy horror. And then you got to the Seed of Chucky, which was fucking ridiculous. It might just be one of those movies we just go see because fuck it.
Yeah, man, I'm looking over here in the chat, the famous chat saying Chuck is doing that 10-step Korean skincare morning and night routine. And yeah, I'm noticing that too, man. Like, that fucking Chucky looks so beautiful and so pretty looking. I'm like, isn't he a horror character? He's supposed to be all like dirty and grungy and cut up and broken and like, holy shit, he's gonna fuck me up. He's been through some shit.
Yeah, like that was kind of, and then he's supposed to look like, because the original dolls, when you see, I think they're called the Good Pals, right? Or
yeah, the Good Buddies, the good guys.
The Good Buddies. You see one of the original dolls, and it's this most basic, like pretty much what they're showing with the Chucky character now with the first screenshot of the poster. Basically like that. But once his doll gets possessed, that Chucky always has way different facial features than the one they're presenting. So I don't know if they're just doing that right now and they're just showing us, yeah, I'm the modern good boy. And then we get the kind of horrid face Chucky that's like actually scary. But if they really just do this Howdy Doody look and just try to do what they did for, what is that movie that came out where the horror is a doll? And it's supposed to be based on a true story.
I don't think it's Annabelle, but I'm just gonna...
Yeah, that's Annabelle. That's Annabelle. The doll Annabelle. I kind of feel like that's where they're going with this, and if they keep that continuing this, I'm not going to enjoy the film. I know they're all different studios, different writers, and all that stuff, but if for me and how I'm going to be viewing these films, if the Halloween does it even decently to good to amazing, then I'll give a lot of these movies more leeway. If that movie really fucking sucks, Nick, I'm not going to have any hope for this Chucky film.
Yeah, and I'm at the same way too. I mean, people are talking lots of shit about Predator right now too, and I thought Predator is pretty much part of that whole horror thing. I know many people disagree with that, which I don't blame you for disagreeing with that.
But my Predator today, when I went to go see that Michael Moore, I was like, damn, there's another movie I want to go see that's really cool in this. I forgot. Oh, Predator. I should have wanted to go see Predator.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing though, like, you might not even like it. People don't like that movie apparently. But the thing is like, I feel like it was passable for this franchise. Like, it's one of those movies that's so good, it passes like the middle of the road, anchor. So the fact that it's better than average, that counts as a pass. So let's see what Halloween does. If they count better as an average movie, then there you go. We're back to normal. We got our slashers back. Let's do this shit. I mean, obviously they're planning on Predator too, so who the fuck knows what's gonna happen? Oh man, BBM saying the Predator was trash. See, this is what I'm talking about, you motherfuckers.
Every time y'all say that, you hurt Nick's soul like a little bit more each day.
I thought it was as good as the first one. What the fuck? Julian's saying he's so over that torn up Chucky. It's played out. Let's give a modern reboot where the dolls connect to smartphones. He had me until the smartphone shit.
Yeah, you had me until the smartphone, because like you got some awesome dolls now. Like the Tickle Me Elmos now can walk and do backflips and shit. But like apps and stuff, then you just turn the movie into Upgrade with Chucky.